Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. James Knows Nothing. The channel where you watch a man who knows pretty much nothing about fucking anything. Try and talk about something, which isn't actually that good of an advert for the channel, so I don't know why you keep coming back, but apparently you do. So, the Euros is over. The Olympics is nearly over, and that means one thing. Premier League will be coming back to our lives very, very soon. All you fucking ratty little Arsenal fans can start to bang on about how you might win a title, but you probably won't. Man City probably will win the title. Man United will probably have like 3 crises in one season. Not to put a dampener on it, but you know. I want to talk today about Mo Salah. I want to talk about fucking Mo Salah. This entire situation, I know that it's not one that's actually seems to be talked about that much in the media or online, but it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. So let's just go through what's happened up to this point. Mo Salah's got a contract that expires in the summer of 2025, which is obviously next summer. Last summer, Liverpool received a bid from the Saudi Pro League from Al Ittihad to put in an offer for 180 million euros, 150 million pounds for Mohamed Salah to go to the Saudi Pro League, which Liverpool rejected, which Mo Salah rejected. It was brushed over pretty quickly actually, which is interesting. And everybody was just like, oh, that's that. They could have made a lot of money there, but who cares? Whereas now, we're at a point where Mohamed Salah is clearly not going to sign a contract extension at Liverpool and will be leaving on a free transfer come the end of the season, and he'll be able to start negotiating with teams in January. How has this been allowed to happen? How would you go from being offered 150 million for a 31-year-old, probably would have been last summer, to now losing him for free 2 years later? And I understand that maybe you could argue that Mo Salah's stock will have dropped anyway, so you're never going to get 150 million for him at the age of 33 compared to 31. At the same time, he's still scoring goals very consistently. He still performed at a very high level last season, and I think that last season Mohamed Salah proved that maybe age isn't catching up to him as much as maybe we're used to wingers having age do to them. I know it's a very obvious example, but Cristiano Ronaldo had to basically come central and turn himself into a striker because as his legs got older, he lost that explosivity, he lost that pace in his legs. And Mo Salah still seems to have a lot of that. Like, he doesn't really look much slower than he ever has. You know, again, he's still worth a lot of money. To lose him on a free transfer, regardless of his age, you're still losing a quality player who you could get a substantial transfer fee for. So yeah, currently Salah is, not that it's that relevant, but Salah is currently on a deal at Liverpool which is worth £18,200,000. There have been rumours that Salah wanted to stay at Liverpool. However, I'm not sure. Again, this is all conjecture and hearsay because none of us actually work inside Liverpool Football Club. We're 32 when his contract, when clubs can open negotiations with him in the January transfer window. I'm not sure how willing Liverpool would be to offer a 32-year-old, say for example, a 3 or 4 year extension, especially a winger, especially someone who realistically started or entered the decline of their physical peak. You know, wingers, like I said before, are reliant on speed, on pace, on power, on explosivity, and it's just a fact that as you get older, your legs do weaken. The muscles that you use for the explosive takeoffs, they weaken, right? So therefore your powers as a winger diminish. Obviously Mohamed Salah still has unbelievable footwork, he has great technique, he has great vision, but ultimately the things that fundamentally make him so good as a winger will start to leave him and will start to fail. So to offer a guy who is going into that stage of his career an extra long bumper contract, it seems kind of pointless because otherwise you're going to have to put him through the middle, which is why Liverpool bought Darwin Núñez. He's not going to start 40 or 50 games a season as he has been, and again, based off Mohamed Salah's previous track record, you know, he's used to being the main man at Liverpool, he's used to always being the focal point of the attacks, he's used to very much being the king of Anfield. To then be told, oh, by the way, you're only going to start like 15 to 20 games a season because you're not quick enough anymore, I think that's going to cause issues in the dressing room. Again, I'm not saying that Mohamed Salah is a problematic player because he's not. There have been many occasions with Jurgen Klopp where if something's happened that he doesn't like, he will show it. You know, he's not afraid of a confrontation. He is the sort of player to get on with things, but to an extent. You know, he won't have the piss taken out of him. Towards when Klopp left Liverpool, Mohamed Salah and Klopp had a big bust up on the sideline. You know, again, Mohamed Salah, if he is, this all plays into the likelihood of him signing a new contract or Liverpool offering him a new contract. And like I said, I just don't think that's going to happen. And on the flip side of that, Mohamed Salah as a player and as a person will be looking for security, will be looking out for his kid's future, his wife's future, like he's got a young family, and what he'll want for them is consistency, and he'll want, you know, a good stable hub to bring them up. Now obviously he's already spent 7 or or 8 years at Liverpool, does he really want to be signing like a 1 or 2 year extension, not being unsure of his future, not really sure where he's going to end up, where his family are going to end up? Or does he run down his contract at Liverpool, have a great last year, go out with his head held high, or go to the Saudi Pro League, get a 5-year deal from any of them, like El Ettifaq, El Nasser, El Ittihad, whichever Saudi team bids for him, and yeah, get a 5-year contract there, earn double the amount of money he's on at Liverpool, score a shed load of goals, because again, the physical standard of that league is so much lower than the Premier League, no shade, but it's just a fact, and be one of the main guys in one of the quickest growing leagues in the world. It just makes too much sense for Mo Salah to leave rather than stay at Anfield. And I would love, you know, I'm a Liverpool fan, I would love Mohamed Salah to say, I think he has been arguably the greatest Liverpool Premier League player ever, if you factor in the fact that he's actually won the Premier League, unlike Steven Gerrard, and he's been one of the guys who have put Liverpool on his back when Liverpool have been struggling. He always seems to end the season with a good solid goal record. He never really seems to kind of like, oh fucking hell, Mohamed Salah can't score for love nor money. Like consistently getting in goals, getting highlight goals as well, like Puskás award winning goals. I want Mohamed Salah to stay forever, but I also understand that football's a business and Mohamed Salah is a product, and he might be getting to a stage now where he's more valuable to the Saudi Pro League as a product than the Premier League as a product. The Premier League is moving on to the likes of Phil Foden and younger players like that now. Maybe they're again, Kevin De Bruyne has also been linked to the Saudi Pro League. Like, it might be the end of that era. You know, Jurgen Klopp has now left. There's always been rumours of Pep Guardiola. When is he going to leave? And again, I just think that Mohamed Salah is one of the big chapters in this story that is coming to an end as well. So I think it's a complete mess, the business that Liverpool have done, because they've lost out on £150 million, which they could have then used to get the replacement of Mohamed Salah. And they've also got a good crop of young forwards as well. Diaz, Nunez, Jota. They're all good ages. Gakpo as well. And I know that none of them have set the world alight since they've come to Liverpool, bar maybe Diaz and Jota, who have had injury problems. I think that Mohamed Salah leaving Liverpool could have potentially allowed them to find that second gear. It's like, you know, when Cristiano Ronaldo left Real Madrid and Benzema then was the main guy, and all of a sudden Benzema found this incredible like 7th gear and won a Ballon d'Or, won Champions League, scored 30 goals, you know, for 3 seasons in a row. Realistically, the catalyst for that was Ronaldo leaving. So maybe what Nunez and Diaz and Jota and Gakpo will need isn't to constantly be saved by Salah and have their performances rectified by Salah's brilliance, but instead they have to take some responsibility on their shoulders, and they have to find that extra gear that, you know, they have to find because Salah is no longer there to provide it for them. You know, it wouldn't be necessarily a nightmare if Mohamed Salah had left last summer either. Now, there's obviously maybe other factors at play as to why he decided to stay. Again, he's got a young family, so, you know, just it's easier to stay where you are than relocate all the way to Saudi Arabia. Also, it was Jurgen Klopp's last season. I don't know how long Mo Salah knew about Klopp and his plan to leave. He will have known a lot earlier than the rest of us. So therefore, maybe Klopp asked him to stay. Maybe he was like, it's my last season, I need you to help get Champions League football, to help us win the League Cup, like to help us challenge for the title. I need you in my squad. Please don't leave. You can leave after I've gone as well. So there might be, again, a gentleman's agreement there. I'm not sure. I also just still think it's absolutely atrocious business from Liverpool, and it needs to be called out, because as fans, like, they seem to have just gotten away with the fact that they have passed up on £150 million for a player that we are now going to lose for free. Like, it's terrible business. But again, I understand Mo Salah's perspective that he maybe wants to stay at Liverpool. I understand that it's a very nuanced situation. It's not black and white, and there's so many different things at play. But I'm just giving my opinion. I think it is really, really poor business from Liverpool. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching today's video. And again, I will always try and get videos out when I can. They might not be consistent, and they might be shit. Better than nothing, right? See you later, baby.